it is freaking unbelievable how much we are holding ourselves back on the level of our minds, on the level of our thoughts and the realities that we are thinking, which are true, and the things that we are deriving meaning for. And brothers, I really needed to talk about this because throughout these recent days, I started to, look out of this monk mode, because throughout the last 1 year, I would say 1.5 years, I really embraced this monk mode because I really thought that I need something, to focus on, because I was just so overwhelmed with everything and with all the directions. And I was like, man, I don't care what the freaking hell will I be doing and what the freaking hell will I be picking up for at least a year, but I'll be sticking for that shit. Might that thing be a piece of freaking shit? Might I be failing in that thing? Might it be whatever the freaking hell might that be? Might I be losing 1 year? But I simply need to learn and need to understand the skill or this mindset of sticking with something no matter what. And so throughout my last year, what I've been blessed to realize is that yes, that thing sucks. Sticking with something sucks, because there are just all these shiny objects out there. There's all these things. So for example, think about that. You're just feeling like a piece of fucking horseshit. You just simply do not have the mood for that. The weather out there is like rainy or even snowing, or hell knows what that might be. Hell knows what the circumstances might be. And since you set it up for yourself that you will be running today, or you will be going out there for a workout, you just simply go out there for the workout and you're just simply getting that done no matter what. And so that might suck in the beginning and that might suck at the end, but at the end of the day, it never sucked, because I just simply have been able to go through that thing and like dopamines and all the runner side of the BS. But regarding to my business, so basically I just started the business, which was basically I would say that between a dealership and kind of a job servicing business. So I was basically job servicing bathroom remodels in my home country, and I was like, man, I have to stick with this shit, because and I'll be honest with you, back a year ago I didn't really understand shit about lead gen. I thought that I knew everything, but I knew shit about that. And basically I was just sticking with that up until the point where I just simply got to realize that, man, there is no fucking potential. That is a waste of fucking time. Not scalable, too complicated, too much operational drag, cannot make the amount of money that you want to make, and it's just simply waste of fucking time with my current skill set. And so I just simply got to realize that now that I started to look out of my monk mode, now that I do have the skill of really honestly knowing and understanding the first principles in the very beginning of how my mind works. So for example, one thing that I've been blessed to learn on this journey of monk mode is that when I just simply have too much information, when I'm just simply exposed to too much information, I will just simply have unmade decisions, because I'll be just simply leaning into this chaos that I just simply have to embrace and have to derive meaning for, so therefore I can attach, so therefore I can grab out the parts and the pieces of that chaos, of that new thing, and really be able to embrace into my current reality, so therefore I can just simply make meaning from that thing. So for example, you are supposed to running a business and you are watching a podcast. Suppose that you're making 10k a month and you're watching a podcast from a guy who is making 10 million a month, or some ridiculously way better than you, and you're just simply watching the podcast, and you're like, man, I learned at least 5 things that's supposed to be, I really have to think those things through. It's like, man, should I supposed to be doing my onboarding this way? Is my business model at least good? Should I supposed to be, switching to in-house everything business, run a complete chain, or should I just simply supposed to be focusing on one chain of the whole thing? How should I supposed to be approaching the lead gen? Are these channels that I'm doing good? Should I supposed to be instead concentrating completely on referrals? And so basically what you're doing currently is just very freaking much like a mature, because how else should it supposed to look like? And so what I just want to grab out from this example is that you would just simply have this huge amount of chaos that is just simply all on you, and you just simply have to process the information. And so if you are coming from this place of silence, and if you clearly know all the freaking exact, all the nails and all the you know, all the pieces and all the parts of your system, how it works, and why did you build up those things that way regarding to your business and regarding to your personal lives, meaning that you've been able to make all of your tiny little decisions by themselves because you just simply had the time during this month, because you were not distracted with all the noise out there. When you would just simply have a clear picture of where you are at, you would just simply have a clear map of where you are at. And so now when you have that amount of chaos, you're like, man, like, let's deal with that shit.